Look at the basics on this. Okay. So bishop d6, I don't recommend that move. It just blocks your d-pawn. And I don't recommend that move. White was not threatening knight g5. And if you play knight f6, knight g5, you can castle. So black has made 2 opening arrows right at the start. Now he's developing his queen too early. Keeps the knight out. Now this is a wasted move. White should break open the position with d4. It's one of the ideas sometimes in the strategy is when white does play d4, the bishop gets a diagonal. But white should be better. Now h3. This is a waste. Black is not threatening to put anything on g4. Okay, well now he can't. Okay, so the game starts to even out a little bit. White has a loose knight on c3 and a weak pawn on a4. And now here's to remove the overworked piece. The pawn was guarding 2 squares. So, it looks like that was available. Well, another reason you don't want to push your rook pawns. So, let's see. This only happens when white plays knight e2. I'm protecting the knight by the queen. So, here's where black won the pawn. And black to play. Created queens. Tickled the rook. Now the rook's on a bad square. It can't move safely. So, black is playing a bad opening but getting away with it. And black is still a pawn ahead. They're doing a good job of keeping their pieces safe. White develops counterplay with an outside pass pawn, trying to maybe work on winning the pawn on b4. I don't know. I guess they got traded at some point. Yeah, he just took it. Whoopsie. But now he gets it. And they shouldn't have given up the bishop pair. Bring the bishop back to d2. Now the knights are kind of stuck. If either one moves, it's lost. See, knight bishop to d2. Black is going to have to do some maneuvering here to get those knights in action, and white can just sit here and hold the status quo. It's one of the, I've mentioned this in my other broadcasts. The 2 knights like that, they're stuck. They're one moves, the other one's taken. So bishop d2 would be a good move here. So what happens? But I guess he's running out. Or lazy girl is running out of time, and the clock is a factor, and it's going to change everything. I can't play bishops. Yeah, bishop d2. Black needs to kick this knight out and maybe bring the bishop back to f6 after that, put it on d8 to protect the knight on a5. Then the knight on e7 is free to back up, and then we can get the knight back into play by way of c6, and we might have to repeat the process. Okay, let's look at what we have here. Let's see if anybody's I haven't looked at the feed. Anyone's making comments? Not nobody's making comments. Okay, let's see. We still have a lot of watchers. Thanks for being here. Okay. So I guess I get to know some of these names. So I'm here enough. I've seen Tricky Tiger before. I think I've seen Confident Dragon. I've seen Friendly Seed. This looks like an even match. Hopefully they're playing a slower game. But we'll take what they have. Okay, it's a 5-minute game. Black has wasted time. Okay, first off, white allowed the center fork trick. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. He never offered that. They might have. That hangs the pawn on e4. Knight takes e4 if knight takes c5. Okay, well, game's about even. Okay, so here's a case of the potential overworked pawn on g2 or g7. Black's queen is protecting the knight, so if black were to play knight e7 here, white could do that trick of bishop takes h6 that we just saw. Now here white's taking away a flight square for his bishop. Black should maybe move the knight and play c6. So the bishop has an out square on d5. There may be some play against that bishop here. Now, a6 wasn't the right way to do it. Knight d4 would have been. Then on queen d1, c6, a4. Now, see, there's the out square. And now knight d4 is almost forced. He might take it with his bishop. Or that or queen d1. So black has come out of this okay. After kind of playing a bad opening. He did take it. Now take with the... Okay, that works. So the pawn on d5 is a target. Black can play f6 to reinforce that. Pawn, he can do that too. So if white's not careful, he's just going to drop that pawn on d5. Black missed the en passant capture. Now white's able to get some protection on c4. And white can take en passant. He knows the rule. Okay, so suddenly black's advantage is disappearing. Now he's not threatening to win the pawn on c6 because when it's all done, the pawn on e5 will hang. So black must take measure to safeguard the pawn on e5. So f6 is called for, or rook fe8. So he decides, I don't want to win your c6 pawn. We're going to try to surround it with this rook move, rook to c8. Okay, white's biggest problem is the clock. Rook c8. White's down nearly 2 minutes on time. And Black has carelessly lost his pawn on e5. Mercy. I don't know what Black was thinking with Rook g6, but an unprotected that pawn on e5. So Black has a threat. Queen takes h3, but he's defending d4. But White's got the upper hand. His biggest problem is the clock is now under a minute. Okay, so Black still holds nearly a 2-minute advantage on the clock. Queens are off. And White has a clear 3-on-1 pawn majority. But he only has 36 seconds. Maybe they're getting an increment here. Let's see. I'll try to watch this when Black moves. I guess they're getting an increment here. White seems to move and his clock goes up a second. Yeah, they got a 1 second increment. But, you know, White's going to have... Oh, this just goes down to a king and pawn ending. No, maybe not. Black can keep one rook on. But don't pitch a pawn to do that. Okay, you know. a5. Don't play rook a5, a4 buries your rook. So pawn a5. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I mean, it's obvious he's going to play a4 here. Now where are you going to put your rook? Okay, so now he didn't want the a6 pawn. He's running out of time, that's why. So just take on a6. There you go. Black has found a way to go 4 pawns down here, and I pitched his a6 pawn, h6 pawn, but White didn't see it. White doesn't need it. But it's good, you know, it's good to be watching what you're hanging here, you know, when you're putting something on pre. It's good to know that. I think White will, the 1 second increment is saving White here. Oh, rook b7 check. He misses it. There, you found it. Yeah, there's a 1 second increment that's going to allow White to win this. See, he's going quick. He knows what to do. He'll be made here shortly. And there's the checkmate. Oh, they started another game, so I can't look at that one. Oh well. It was in the description. It was clear how black is better. Now, will he play bishop c4 and allow the... Okay, this happens a lot. Knight takes e4. Hey, got somebody that knows applause. Okay. Now d5. And black is better. Look at that. Black can develop his bishops, and he has the bishop pair. Just put the queen on a5. There you go. No, they're not listening to me. Okay, white should probably castle and be done with it. Knight d4 forces the white pawn structure to be shattered. What's he doing? He's going to win a pawn. Well, and knight d4 will follow. I hope. Nope, not yet. Okay, well, black won a pawn, and knight d4 will be a threat after he gets his queen safe. c5 looks to be the only square. What's the holdup? Okay, found it. Now, knight d4 is a problem, white. You got to be concerned about it. No, that doesn't stop it. Now, knight d4. You can do it. Come on, knight d4. There you go. Okay. Now, white's in a bit of trouble here. He's down a pawn. He's about to get his pawn shattered. Counterattacking a pawn. That queen is just getting harassed. Queen c6, knight takes d4 may be a problem. Maybe black should play bishop takes f3 here. Okay, now knight takes d4. Knight takes d4 is playable because you have a counter on the queen. Will white find it? No, he missed it. Okay, so you're going to bag a pawn there. Take with the bishop, it's stronger. So we could have been checking with the knight there, and white wins into a discovered check. Although black does have mating threats here. Bishop takes f3. Attacks the queen and threatens queen g6 check. Oh my goodness. Okay, so now the game, white breathes a huge sigh of relief. And you know, white has drawing chances now with the bishop opposites. c7 is loose. It's a good time to castle queenside. That gets the rooks connected and covers c7. And he found it. Okay, d4 is under heat, so pawn to d4, or d3 is under heat. And then we can play f6 and chase the bishop away and win the d4 pawn. So f6, very good. So black should be winning this, even with the opposite colored bishops. You know, all white's remaining pawns are isolated. And his bishop is loose. He went to the wrong square. He's going to drop the pawn on c4. So you need to step away for 30 seconds. Okay. Black is clearly winning this. Just don't allow rook a8 check. Well, if they finish and start another game, we can look at that. If they don't, we'll analyze this. Okay, game over. No, they're going to start another. Okay, well, that's fine. Let's watch h6. Guys, we need to start learn some openings. 3 bishop e7 stops knight g5. White decides to hand the tempo back. Knight takes e4, center fork trick again. He missed it. Okay, black has those pawns set. That pawn center is good. Don't play d5. Attack on the f file. Bishop e7. Okay, horrible move. Ah, those double pawns are a strength. Now you're exposing e5 to danger. Well, not now. Slight advantage black because he has the F file. White doesn't have an open file. Castle. Castle. Castle and play knight h5 to f4. Ugh. Black wants to castle queenside. I was right. Black wanted to castle queenside. Okay, but black has attacking chances on the f-file if he'll ever occupy it. Then swing that knight over to f4. Okay, don't worry about white's attack. Start yours. Now, black shouldn't be moving pawns in front of his king. Let the pawn go to a6 and just push by it. Now that gives white a potential break of pawn b4 and b5 at some point. Okay. Black, when are you going to start your attack? Knight h5. Okay. Well, you know, this idea works too, but just imagine that knight on f6 sitting on f4. So here's white playing for b4 and b5. You don't want the h file. I mean the f file. Okay. White decides to run for the hills. Run for the hills, boys. The dam is burst. Okay, black's opened up a file. Again, the danger of pushing your rook pawns forward. It makes files open up. So both sides are conducting their attack logically. White is prepared for b4, b5. Black has opened up the g file. Well, black should never played a6. Okay, mate threat. Well, it's not mate threat, but threat on g2. Might play f3 to guard it with the queen. Might play g3. Now black should try for, I guess, h5, h4. Now white should throw b4 at him and see who gets there first, huh? Who's going to get there first? Black is threatening to take on g3 and then on h3. Okay, take on g3. That attacks h3. Threatens. Well, queen g4 check is not really a threat. The pawn can go to f3. But if the king wouldn't be able to get to d1. Here, have a free piece. I don't want it. Queen takes g5. I can stop and do that first. Now just take the knight, you win. He doesn't want the knight. Okay, well, I can't make you take it. Now queen g4 check will win the knight. Ooh, queen g4 check is fatal. King e3, yeah, queen g4 check is mate. There's no king e3. Oh! You missed it. Queen g4 was mate on the move. What am I missing? The white king has no place to go. Can't block, can't take the queen. Now, queen g4, let's make up for it. Forget what he's doing on b5. You have mate on the move. Queen g4 is checkmate. Okay, found it. Maybe it's not mate. What am I missing? Oh, the king can take on f2. Well, we're going to get a mate. We're going to find a mate. Rook h2 will be deadly. Okay, well, I miss mates. Well, you got to play king takes f2. Rook h2 check. Let's see. Queen g3. No, that's going to let him out to d1. Rook h2 is simple and strong. White's running out of time. Okay, stop and took the queen. Take the knight. It says, you take my knight, I'll break your attack with queen takes c6. So black has broken white's attack and he's had a queen for a rook. And this will check. Now king to d1, play queen a4 and attack the pinned piece. Okay, that works too. Now queen a4 check. Okay, we go that way and threaten d2. Okay, threatening mate on d2. Not mate on 1. Will you see it? Oh, you missed it. Okay, we'll take with the queen. Oh, he wants a... No. He wants to extend things. You know, now it's still a theoretical win, but you've got to work. White's running out of time, though. You know, you've got to activate your king, black. You're not going to run him out of time, especially when you keep checking him. He's just going to move his king and think later. So you have to activate your king to win this. I would play something like king b6 and, I'm sorry, king a6 and a7 and b6. Try to force a passed pawn on the board. You know, the checking is not going to go anywhere. You keep trying to find a clever check, and you're going to lose on time. So these okay, there he won on time. Okay, anyway, let's. No, bad move, horrible move. I have a video on the Hungary defense. It's on my YouTube channel. Bishop e7, or watch my videos on the two knights or the Italian game, Gioco Piano, and learn to defend those positions. h6 is terrible. White should play d4 now. Now black should play bishop c5, stopping d4. Now he wants to pin this, so let him just play c3 here. Okay, wasted move. But you see, here, this strategy here is all wrong. White should just take, and now e5 is vulnerable. See, we see these double pawns. Oh my god, I've got double pawns. Well, they're strong pawns. They're controlling... black's 3 center pawns are controlling 5 center squares. D5, D4, F5, F4, and E5. White's controlling 3 squares with his center pawns. You know, we have this H file, or F file. So let's play bishop E7, castle. And if this position stays the same, with this queen on this diagonal, put the queen on E8. That's to secure F5. And transfer the knight to, or to secure H5. Transfer the knight to H5. He pops into F4. And, you know, black has tremendous attacking chances. They should still try that. But he should still castle. Now he doesn't have to, you see, one reason you have to play queen E8 when the queen is still back on D1. If you print the knight on H5, there's a discovery. But now you don't have to put the queen on E8 to guard H5. So black should castle kingside here, right now. You know, he doesn't need to castle queenside. He's got a great attack going. But here he wanted to castle queenside. Now here one thing black could do is just take off the sun. I don't know, maybe not. He weakens D3. But just keep the position closed. Now, but this just says to white, come attack me. And, you know, black doesn't have to stop and do this. Okay, he needs to concentrate on his attack. And this is a blunder because eventually white will get B5 in. Now, he doesn't understand my plan. He's going to do this. But this is fine, too. And white's busy preparing B4. But here white overreacts, I think. He could, you know, he should just go through with his idea. Here it comes. White's playing a little too much defense, just like black was playing defense. Now here, F3 is probably a good move, unless the queen covered this square. G2. This just says, come play H5 and H4, and must be open. And he decides to run his king for the hills. You know, we can check on G4 if F3 is forced and pick up the knight. Now we can take the knight. He doesn't. He can still take the knight. He doesn't. Here's where he missed this queen check. That would have been just like the game, except he'd keep his knight on C6. See? He could have the same position, but this pawn's still on B4. Now he's up a queen for a queen and a knight for a rook. Now this threatens mate on D2, and he doesn't see it, so he can end the game right now. Queen D2, checkmate. And it's still, well, it's not there anymore. Let's see. He could have taken with the queen, and white is hard pressed to avoid checkmate. He wants to pass pawn down his throat. Now, this was a little too quick. You know, you didn't need to push E2. Let's check with the queen. Drive the king away. Then push E2. If at all. So now he's just, you know, it's a tougher win. This is a win for black, but you see, he wins because white runs out of time. You know, black didn't have to prove the technical win by using his king. You know, in a long game, with more time, you know, black has a good 15, 20 moves ahead of him, maybe more. Depends on what he does. Okay, I'm going to be back in 2 hours. I want to thank all of you for watching, and you guys take care.